Hey guys, here is a full-length 60-minute workout, power yoga to build strength, flexibility, and your balance. This is an experienced beginner to intermediate level workout. So if you're brand new, maybe not for you, but if you've been doing yoga for a while and you are familiar with my approach, I think you'll really enjoy this one. I don't put out a ton of longer workouts here on the YouTube channel. Most of those are on my app and members area. So I hope you guys really enjoy this longer routine. Be sure to subscribe. I put out a new workout every week, and I hope you guys enjoy the workout.
We're going to start standing on one leg, on your right leg. Bring your left knee up to hip level. Push your left thigh into your left hand back into the thigh, and reach your right arm straight up. Get your right knee up as high as you can, so really push it up while resisting with your hand, and really push down firmly through your right leg as you're doing this. Try to keep that right leg totally straight. Weight should be balanced through the entire foot, so the heel, the arch of your foot, and your toes. Not just your heels, not just your toes. One more breath here. Get a little bit taller, squeeze up a little higher. And release. Straight into the other side. Lift your right knee up. Bring your left arm up. Press your right hand into your right thigh. Get as tall as you can. So this is an excellent warm-up for whatever your workout is. If you're going to go running, if you're doing this before a yoga workout like we're doing right now, or before a weight training workout. This is really good to do because we're building active mobility and strength. So it's not passive at all, right? It's very active. See if you can get a little bit taller, really push down through that left foot, lift your right knee a little bit higher, press the top of your head up. One more breath. You should feel your left glute working. You want to feel the top of the right thigh working too. And slowly release. From here, take a big step back with your left foot into a high lunge. Knee is over the ankle in the front foot. Pull your ribs up away from your hips. Soften your back knee. And bring your arms actually straight out in front of you, like you're holding on to a volleyball right out in front of you, or a beach ball. Squeeze your legs toward one another. Start to squeeze your left glute and your hamstrings. So we want to engage that thigh to help open up through the front of the hip. If you have an office job, or if you just sit for your job or don't move a lot for your job, your hips are going to get tight. So this is something we're going to hold for a while and get your hips nice and open for the workout. From here, I want you to inhale your arms straight out like they already are. And then as you exhale, squeeze your elbows back and do a row. So make your chest as big as you can, squeeze your shoulder blades together, a little bit of a back bend, and then inhale back out. Exhale, pull again, just like you're doing a roll. We're going to do 5 of these, just like you're doing a row. 5 total of these. And as you're holding this lunge, you can sink deeper into the lunge. Just make sure that you're still squeezing the legs toward one another, and you are still keeping your ribs lifted away from the hips, and your shoulders are stacked on top of your hips. Also working on your breathing here. Inhaling out. Exhaling back for the last one. Squeeze it in. And stand all the way back up. Switch sides. Bring the right leg back. Left leg stays forward. Squeeze your legs toward one another. Soften your right knee. Make sure you're feeling a nice stretch to that front of the right hip. Squeeze your right glute, squeeze the hamstrings, so that whole thigh and the hip. Drive down really hard through your left foot. Pull the ribs up away from the hips. And this time bring your arms straight overhead. So again, this is helping to open up your hips. We're strengthening your core, working on your balance, and your ankles. Very good for your back and your knees as well. I want you to inhale your arms straight up, really lengthen them. And then exhale and pull down just like you're doing a pull-up. So pull down, pull your elbows toward your hips, pull your shoulder blades together, and then inhale your arms back up. 5 total of these as well. Palms face forward, and then pull down. Keep your palms facing forward. Squeeze the elbows in. So we're doing a strict pull-up here. 3 more to go. And as you exhale, you can sink deeper into that hip, into the lunge as well. Legs still squeeze toward one another, and really engage your upper back as you're holding this. So when we sit, we tend to round forward. we don't use the upper back muscles. This is an opportunity to get those muscles engaged once more. One more rep. Pull down. And stand back up. From here into a chair pose. Toes touch, heels about an inch apart. Hinge at the hips, so pull your butt straight back and sit down like you're sitting into a chair. Draw the ribs in, keep your abs tight, and bring your arms straight up. So making a straight line from your hips to your extended fingertips. Pull your chin in toward your throat, pull your neck back. So we're also starting to strengthen the neck and correct your posture. Lots of weight in the hips here, so we should feel the glutes engaging. And then I want you to just shift to your right foot. Bring your left foot off the ground. Don't change anything. Hover there. Keep your hips squared forward. And then slowly step back to a runner's lunge. Bring your hands to the ground. Left leg is back as far as you can. Knee stays over the ankle and the front foot. Legs squeezing toward one another. And pull your torso forward. Make sure that you're keeping length in the front of your torso. So make sure that you're not rounding forward or dumping all your weight into your wrist, but staying nice and upright here. Just warming up, getting everything warm for this workout, feeling your muscles start to burn. From here, take it into a side plank on your right forearm. So bring your right forearm down, perpendicular to the side of the mat. Roll back the left shoulder, straight line from your right elbow up through the right and left shoulders, and then extend your left arm up if you're feeling secure here. Variation, you can drop your right knee to the ground if that's too difficult. Lift your hips up. So you want to feel a lot going on through the outer right hips here. That's really good for improving your balance. And it's just also really good for strengthening your hips, which helps to prevent pain or injury in your knees and your back. One more breath here. See if you can lift up a little bit higher. And then slowly release that hand down. Plant your hands for a plank. And now step your right foot back up between your hands. Back to that lunge. Pull the chest forward. Press the top of your head away from your hips. And then from here, back up into a one-leg balance, just like we started. Push down through the right foot. Bring your left knee up to hip level. Stand up tall. Drive down through your foot. And then release back down. All right. Other side. Starting with the chair. Toes touch. Heels and inch apart. Bring your hips straight back. Sit down like you're sitting into a chair. Keep your back flat the whole time. Keeping your back flat is going to help you better engage your core. So we're going to get stronger abs. It's also going to help prevent back pain. We want to feel this weight in the hips, not as much in the knees, although you will feel your knees working here as well. Keep those arms extended overhead. Again, straight line from your hips through your fingertips. And this time, shift to your left foot. So come up onto your right toes. Keep your hips the same, facing straight forward, and then just lift the right foot off the ground. Hover here for a couple breaths. Again, try to stay as close as you were to the chair pose with both feet down. So the hips are squared forward, weights in the hips, spine is straight. And then from here, step back to a runner's lunge, nice, slow, and in control. Hands either side of the front foot. A little bit of a deeper stretch through your right hip. And pull your torso forward and up. If you feel like you're rounding your spine, you can use a block to help lift your chest up. And now you can make sure that you're keeping that back flat. We don't want to round through the spine. We want to keep that spine straight, especially if you've been sitting a lot, because that means that you probably have been rounding your spine already. So we want to counter that. From here, take it into that side plank. So the left forearm plants on the ground. Roll your right shoulder back to stack your shoulders on top of that left elbow. Put the weight in your upper back, so kind of between your shoulder blade and your armpit, not in the front of your torso, but in the upper back. Lift your hips as high as you can. You're going to feel the outer hips engage, and then extend your right arm up toward the ceiling. If you can't do that, you can keep your right hand on your hip. Again, you can also bring the left knee to the ground. So you've got stations or easier levels to work with. To challenge your balance, look all the way up at your right hand. One more breath here. Go ahead and plant your hand, take it back into a plank. Step your left foot up between your hands, squeeze the legs toward one another. Start to look forward, slightly, still down, but down and forward. Belly button comes up, make that straight line. And then into the one leg balance. Drive through your left foot, lift your right knee up to hip level. Standing just like we started, knee comes up to hip level, maybe a little bit higher. And then release that foot down. Nice. Palms face forward. Make sure that your hips are above your heels. Nice tall mountain pose. One big breath, then we're moving on. And again, balance on your right foot. Bring your left knee up to hip level. From here, extend your left leg forward. So keeping that right leg straight, extend your left leg forward, straighten the left leg. You might have to bring the leg a little bit closer to the ground, but better to keep that right leg straight than to have a leg way up here with your knee bent. Bring your arms up overhead. Stay tall. This is a really challenging pose, but extremely beneficial. Just one more breath here. And from here, back to a high lunge. So slow and in control, bringing your hands to center. Back into the high lunge, knee over the ankles, squeeze the legs toward one another, stack your shoulders on top of your hips, bring your arms straight overhead. Squeeze your arms back so you're opening up through your shoulders. Draw the ribs in. So instead of splaying open your chest, draw your ribs in. And this is going to help you improve your shoulder mobility and strengthen your back. As you exhale, you can sink deeper into this pose. If you notice that the knee is going past the ankle, maybe crawl your right foot forward a little bit more. One breath here. From here to airplane, arms come along your sides, hinge forward, push down through your right foot, keep the hips facing straight forward, start to straighten your right leg, press the top of your head forward. Again, keep those ribs drawn in. This is going to help you strengthen your core in this position. And don't forget about your left leg. So point the toes back, lift your left thigh toward the ceiling, and look straight down at the ground. So we're not looking forward, but you're tucking your chin and looking straight down. Try to get longer and taller here. So longer from the tips of your toes to your head, and taller by starting to go straighter through your right leg. Slowly transitioning out of here to a runner's lunge. So slowly step back. Bring your hands to the ground, either side of your front foot. One breath here. As you exhale, plant your hands and step back into a plank. Pull your belly button up. Screw your hands into the ground so you're pressing down through the webbing of your fingers and externally rotating. Index fingers will face forward or point straight forward or slightly out, and your biceps should face forward as well. Pull your belly button up so you feel this mostly in your core. Shouldn't feel any pressure in your lower back. And with your head, I want you to look slightly forward, so maybe 2 feet in front of where your hands are. So getting some slight extension through your neck to help strengthen your spine and kind of correct that poor posture that most of us have throughout the day. From here, do 1 push-up. So come down about halfway, squeeze the elbows in, pull your torso forward, open up the chest. Again, elbows squeeze in tight, abs are tight, thighs are engaged. Push back up. Now slowly lower down all the way. Elbows stay in, chest stays open. Extend your arms forward. Reach your arms up. Inhale and look up. Exhale, pull your elbows back. Do a cobra row. Open up your chest, squeeze the back together, and then release down. From here back to a down dog. So first down dog. Press down through your hands. Shift your butt up and back. Try to make a pyramid shape with your body here. Bend your knees so you can flatten out your back. Try to feel the weight here in your upper back, not in the fronts of your shoulders. So bring your arms kind of behind your torso. Straighten the arms, pushing down through your hands. And then squeeze your quadriceps. That will help you lengthen your hamstrings and feel that stretch through the backs of your thighs. From here, bring your toes together right in the middle of the mat. Lift your right leg up. So squeeze your right leg up. Bend your right heel toward your butt. And then push your right heel up as high as you can. And then once you get it as high as you can, push it over. Try to keep your hips squared forward and keep your shoulders squared here. So this is strengthening your glute, but also starting to open up the front of that right hip. Really squeeze your butt and then drive your heel a little bit higher for one more breath. And now with control, bring your knee toward your nose. So bring your knee in really tight to your chest and then step it up all the way between your hands. If you don't get there, you can bring the knee down. Do whatever you need to get that foot up. Legs squeeze toward one another. We're in a runner's lunge once more. And then lift your arms up into a high lunge. Arms squeeze back, shoulders stack on top of the hips. And from here into our one leg balance with leg extended. So bring the left knee up to hip level, stand up tall, bring your arms up, and now extend that left leg forward for one breath. Lift it up as high as you can, keeping the right leg straight in the process. And release that foot down. Release your arms back to mountain pose. Nice job. All right, we've got one more side. Bring your right knee up to hip level. And now extend that leg forward, keeping your left leg straight. So lift with your toes. You're going to feel this in the front of your right hip. So your hip flexors and your quadriceps are going to be working here to lift the leg. Bring your arms up. As you inhale, you're going to go as tall as you can. Make sure you're keeping that left leg straight. So you might want to relax the right leg down a little bit to make sure you're keeping that leg straight. As you exhale, maybe squeezing up a little bit higher. Last little bit here. And then slowly step back to a high lunge. Hands come to center. Square the hips. Get your legs in the right position. Squeeze the legs toward one another. And then come the arms overhead. If you want to increase the stretch, legs move further apart. You can also sink deeper into the lunge. Keep the ribs drawn in. That will help you strengthen your core more. It's also going to help you improve your shoulder mobility. Really important for correcting your posture. It's also very good for preventing injury in your shoulders, which is a very, very common injury. One more breath here. And then take it into airplane. Arms come along your sides. Hinge forward. Push down through the left foot. Reach your right toes back. Lift your right thigh up. Left hip is going to turn slightly out. Right hip turns in. This is going to help you square your hips toward the front. Pull your torso forward. Press the top of your head toward the wall in front of you. Make sure that you're not putting the weight in your toes, but also make sure that you're not hanging your hips back and being inactive. So pull the hips forward. Bring your hips forward to really challenge your core. Keep in mind you also have a block here. You can put your hands on that block if you need a little bit more assistance. One more breath. And then take it back to the runner's lunge. Hands on either side of your front foot. From here, exhale into plank. Just like we were before. Index fingers forward. Thumbs forming 90 degrees with the index fingers. Biceps wrapping forward. So you want to feel this through your whole upper body, not just in your arms, not just in your chest, but across your shoulder blades as well. Pick the belly button up. And if you really want to challenge yourself here, squeeze your legs and your arms toward one another. One more breath. And then another slow push-up. So we're coming down halfway. Elbows draw in, squeezing in tight toward the sides. Top of the head presses forward. Shoulders are open, so the shoulder blades are pulling toward one another, and maybe even looking slightly forward. Keep your abs, keep your thighs engaged. Push back up to plank. Slowly lower down, all the way onto your chest. Bring your arms out in front of you. Inhale. Exhale, cobra row. Squeeze your elbows back. Push into the tops of your feet. Hang on here for one breath. Really open up the chest. Arch a little bit more. Keep your feet active. And release down. Push back to down dog. Hands very similar to what you had for plank, maybe turned out just a little bit more. Make sure that your feet are level. Your toes are facing straight forward, so you want to make sure the insides of your feet are parallel with one another. Make sure that they're not turning out. Focus on strength here. So we want to build strength through the fronts of your thighs and your core. And if you focus on that, then your hamstrings will open up, the calves will start to stretch, and your chest will stretch. So again, focus on strength here. Everything else will follow. Bring your feet together, toes touch, right in the middle of the mat. Lift your left leg up. Bend your left heel toward your butt. And now push your heel up as high as you can, and then out to the right. So this is strengthening your glutes and also opening up your left hip flexors. This is a really good exercise for lots of stretching going on, but also for strengthening your hips, which helps to prevent back pain and prevent knee injury. From here, on an exhale, bring your knee toward your shoulder, toward your nose, and step your foot up all the way. Into a runner's lunge, get set, knee over the ankles, squeeze the legs toward one another. And then on an inhale, lift all the way up to high lunge. Relax the shoulders, draw the ribs in, squeeze the thighs. And then into a one leg balance with leg extended from here. Push down through your left foot, right knee comes up, stand as tall as you can, extend the right leg forward as high as you can, almost there. And release down. Arms along your sides, palms face forward, back to mountain pose. All right, I hope you guys like that sequence. We're gonna do it one more time, but picking up the pace a little bit. Here we go. Stand on your right foot, bring your left knee up to hip level. Extend the leg forward. Lift it up as high as you can. Bring the arms up. Last breath. Step back to high lunge. Shoulders above the hips. Legs actively squeezing toward one another. Now into airplane. Arms along your sides. Keep the hips squared forward. Push down through your right foot. Lengthen through the front of your torso. Keep your ribs drawn in. Back to runner's lunge. Hands either side of the front foot. Push down through your right foot. Take it down to plank. One push-up. Exhale, push up. Inhale down. Release. Inhale your arms forward. Exhale, cobra row. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your elbows back, lift your chest. Release down. Back to down dog. Squeeze your thighs. Tighten your abs. Feet in the middle. Right leg up. Exhale, donkey kick with that right leg. Press it up and over. This is also similar to a wild thing, if you're familiar with that name. Keep the arms straight. Inhale. Exhale, step it up. Take it up to a high lunge. Inhale. Fix your microphone. And to standing one leg balance. Knee up to hip level. Stand up tall. Bring the arms up. Extend the leg forward. One breath. And release.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt. Hope you're enjoying the workout. If you like this style and you want to keep going, I do have a free 30-day Yoga for Men challenge here on the Manful of Yoga YouTube channel. They're not as long as this one, but we don't always have time for a 60-minute workout. Mostly you can get the results in about 30 minutes anyways. So check that out at the link in the description below when this is finished.
Palms forward, mountain pose. One more breath. Sorry, one more side. Bring your right knee up. Standing one leg balance. Extend the leg forward, lift your arms up. Just one breath, really quick. Take it back to high lunge. If you fall over, just get back into it. Not a big deal. Airplane. Reach the toes back. Press your head forward. Squeeze the abs. Chest open. Back to runner's lunge. Take it down to plank. One push-up. Exhale up. Inhale down. Release. Inhale forward for cobra push-up, or cobra row. Exhale, open up the chest, arch your back, squeeze your quadriceps, lift your knees, release down. Downward facing dog. Open your chest, put the weight in your upper back, wrap your triceps back, wrap your biceps forward. Bring your feet together. Inhale your left leg up. And donkey kick. Bring your heel in, press it up and over. Really feel that engagement through your left glute. On the exhale, step it up into a high lunge. Lift your arms. Back up to one leg balance. Extend your one leg, your right leg, lift up tall, stand up as tall as you can, lift up, and release. Nicely done. Grab a block, we're gonna slow it down a little bit. Bring your arms overhead, press the block together, and as you exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, hinge at your hips, very, very slowly, forward fold. Keep your abs tight, reach your arms forward, get lots of length here. Push the block together between your hands. Bend your knees as much as you need to keep the focus on your hamstrings. So not feeling the stretch through your back, but feeling it through the thighs. And eventually getting your hands to the ground. Nicely done. Inhale to a half lift. Make an L shape with your body. Press the top of the head forward. Draw the ribs in. Exhale and fold. And take it to a forearm plank. Forearms parallel to one another. Squeeze the elbows in. Press down through your forearms. Pick your belly button up so you're feeling this in your core and not in your lower back. And we're going to do some scapular protraction and retraction. So keep your arms exactly as they are. Pull your sternum toward your back. And then release your chest toward the ground. So we're kind of moving the shoulder blades here. Coming up and then coming down. Just doing a few of these. Keeping your shoulders healthy. You can look back between your feet if you want. Going up to 10. Keep the elbows squeezing toward one another. Last one. And then moving into a side plank. Bring your right hand in so your right forearm is parallel to the top of the mat. Roll onto your right outer edge of your foot. Extend your left arm up and hip pulse. So you're going to lift your hip as high as you can and then come back down. 5 total. As high as you can and down. Keep this weight in your upper back. All right, so we don't want the weight in the chest, but put it into your shoulder blade. Last one. And then do the same thing with the other one. So left forearm perpendicular to the side of the mat. Stack your shoulders. Pull your shoulder blade in. Right arm up. Bring your right hip up. Release it down. Exhale to come up. Inhale down. Last one. And back to our forearm plank. Forearms parallel once more. Nicely done. From here, take it into a deep squat. So at the top of the mat, bring your feet about shoulder width distant. Face your toes slightly out, maybe straight forward. Sit down into a squat. And you're going to do 10 steps toward the back of the mat, keeping your hips low, keeping your chest up with good squat form. Very slowly, on your own pace. So that's just 5 with each foot. And moving forward, same thing. Keep the chest up, weight's gonna shift, so you'll feel it more in your quadriceps now. One more time to the back, 10 steps. Weight's gonna be in the hips and your glutes as you move backwards. Abs stay tight. Walk forward, last little bit. And stand up. Nicely done. Bring the feet back together into a mountain pose. Palms face forward. Bring your breathing back to normal. One more breath. High lunge. Right leg forward, left leg back. Big step back with the left foot. Squeeze the legs toward one another. Bring your arms up. And do another little flow. We're gonna have some fun. Pay attention to transitions. Move slowly. Move in control. From here into a high lunge twist. Bring your hands to prayer and heart center. Bring your left elbow outside your right knee. Pull your head forward. Get some length through your torso into that high lunge twist. Keep your hips squared. Drive down through your whole right foot. Roll back the right shoulder so you're twisting and opening up your spine. And then from here into a warrior two. So as you exhale, spin your left foot down, bring your left arm toward the back, reach your right arm forward, squeeze the legs toward one another in a warrior two. Pull your body forward with your right heel. So squeeze to pull that forward, knee over the ankle. Reverse warrior, reach your right arm straight up. Allow your left arm to kind of sink down your left shin. Extended side angle. Wrist inside your left knee. Swing your left arm around and up. Make a straight line from your back heel up to your fingertips. And really get long. Feeling the stretch through the side body. Also opening up through the groin. Keep the weight in the hip. One more breath. And now pivot to a wide-legged stance. Turn your right foot in. Bring your hands behind your back. If you want to use a strap, use a strap. Interlace your fingers. Press the palms together. Reach down. Inhale your chest up. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Pull your chest forward. Lift your arms away from your back. Bend your elbows if you feel like your chest is collapsing.
And then you can slowly straighten the arms as your shoulder mobility increases, as your strength increases there. One more breath. Try to press the palms together. Feeling the stretch of the back of the thighs. And release your hands. From here into a Cossack squat. You're going to shift into your left foot. Knee's going to bend forward, kind of like you're doing a squat with that leg. Turn your right toes to face up. Squeeze your right quadriceps and sink your hips toward the ground. If you need a little support here, that left heel may come off the ground. You might not have the mobility for this. You might also want to use your hands, however you can, to kind of help balance. To increase the difficulty, you're going to bring your arms out in front of you and hold yourself up just like you're doing a squat. From here, half moon on your right foot. Plant your right foot, shift your weight to your right leg, lift your left leg off the ground. Use a block if you need to. I just recommend using one to get that balance at first. Your left leg squeezes toward the ceiling. Left heel drives away from you while your head presses in the opposite direction. Squeeze your right thigh. Not being inactive, but staying really active through that thigh. Bending the knee a little bit if you need to. And if you want to add a little sauce onto this pizza, what did I just say? Grab the back of your left foot like you're doing a dancer. Squeeze your heel in for a half moon dancer or a half moon bow, whatever you want to call this. From here, pivot so that your left knee faces down and your hips square forward. And now extend your right arm forward and up into full standing bow or a dancer. Squeeze your right glute, press your left leg back, reach your right arm forward, open up through that left hip, keep the abs tight, and then release that left foot down, back into mountain pose. Palms face forward, stand up nice and tall. Other side. Step back with your right leg into high lunge. Legs squeeze toward one another. Lift the ribs up. Bring your arms overhead. Get set here. Take a couple deep breaths. This is almost like the resting pose compared to all the other stuff that we do in this sequence. All right. High lunge twist. Bring your hands to heart center. Hinge forward. Make that straight line from your heel to your head. Right elbow comes outside the knee. Lightly push the palms together and use your core strength to open up through your spine, right? So we're not driving this right elbow into the knee and cranking our body open, but more so using active strength, right? Not passive. As you exhale, open up the twist a little bit more, still driving down through your left foot. So weight is in the hip. From here, opening up into a warrior two. Your left leg stays almost exactly the same. Right leg opens up, arms extend in opposite directions. Squeeze your left knee toward the left, feel that weight in the glute. Position your hips under your shoulders and squeeze the legs toward one another. Maybe exhale and to sink deeper as your body adjusts into this. Make sure you're pushing into the outer edge of your back foot, keeping the legs the same. Move to a reverse warrior. Left arm comes up. Really try to touch the ceiling here. So reach up tall while keeping that lunge through your left leg. So feeling the stretch all the way from the hip to the shoulder, getting a nice arch. And then into side angle or extended side angle, left wrist inside the knee. Swing your right arm forward and then up. Legs squeeze toward one another. Feeling now the stretch through the right side of your body. Keeping the weight centered in your hips and your core. So not letting that weight shift to your knee, but doing your best to keep it in the hips. And now into that wide-legged forward fold. Turn the left foot forward. Bring your hands behind your back once more. Interlace the fingers and reach down. Inhale to breathe up. Exhale, hinge forward. Bending at your knees if you need to. Also feeling the stretch through the backs and inner thighs, so adductors and hamstrings. Pull your torso forward here. Try to keep length and keep your abs tight. This is a very good variation for your upper back, Great for shoulder mobility, helps to build back strength and internal rotation. And this is all going to help keep your shoulders and particularly your rotator cuff healthy. Release your hands down. Shift to that Cossack squat. So bending into your right knee, putting the weight in your right hip, turning onto the back of your left heel, reaching the toes up, squeezing your entire left thigh, sinking your hips toward the ground. As long as it's comfortable, it doesn't hurt. Your right heel may come off the ground. Try to keep it down. This may take time though. And if you're feeling like you can go a little bit further than this, bring your arms out in front of you. Just like you would for a squat, so keeping the chest upright, still driving down through the heel, feeling the weight in the hip. And now into our half moon. Weight to the left foot. Use your block if you need it. Left toes face forward. Squeeze your right leg up. Open up through your right hip. So big stretch to the inner left thigh, also through. Might feel some stretching through the top of the right outer hip here. Roll back your right shoulder, maybe extending the right arm up, opening your chest to face the outside. And if you want to add a challenge here, you can add that dancer bind. So reach back, grab your right foot if you can. Maybe it doesn't happen today, that's okay. And then keep that bind with your chest facing out to the outside. From here, pivot into your dancer. So even if you didn't have the bind, pivoting, grabbing the foot now, driving your right foot back, reaching your left arm up into dancer pose. Hips are squared forward. Press back through your right foot. Lift your torso up. So making an arch with your back, keeping the abs tight. One more breath. And release. Wow. That's hard. And just for good measure, you do all that one more time, both sides, moving quickly through it. We're ready. You can do this. High lunge, right leg forward. Step back, arms overhead. High lunge twist, hands to center, left elbow outside the knee, lengthen from your heel to your head, roll back the right shoulder. Warrior two, spin the back foot down, bring the arms out in opposite directions, squeeze the legs toward one another. Reverse warrior, right arm reaches up, keep the hips the same. Extended side angle, right wrist inside your left knee, right knee, swing your left arm around your torso, reach up, lengthen from your left heel to your extended left fingertips. From here, wide-legged stance. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers. Breathe in to lift up. And fold down. Wide-legged forward fold. Interlace fingers behind the back. Release your hands down. Cossack squat. Left knee. Bend into the left hip, into the left knee. Sink your hips toward the ground. Squeeze your right quadriceps. Maybe bring your arms out in front of you. Take it into half moon. Plant your right foot. Right hand in front of your right foot. Lift your left leg up. Open up your torso to the outside. And if you want that bind, grab the left foot with your left hand. Keep the hips open. Pivot to dancer. Reach your right arm up. Push down through your left foot. And release down. Back to mountain. Nice job. One more side. Left leg forward, right leg back, high lunge. Hands to center, take it into a high lunge twist. Right elbow outside the left knee, tighten your abs, roll back your left shoulder, get long. Open up the warrior two. Left leg stays the same, right leg spins down. Open up through your chest, press your fingers in opposite directions. Inhale your left arm up to reverse warrior. Keep the legs the same. Take it to extended side angle. Left wrist inside the left knee. Extend your right arm forward. Reach, reach, reach. Sink deeper into the hips. Pivot to a wide-legged stance. Hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Lift up. Exhale, fold down. Keep the abs tight. Lift your arms away from your back. Engage your upper back. Release your hands down. Cossack squat. Right leg now. Bend into your right knee. Weight in the right hip. Squeeze your left thigh. Bring your arms out if you can. And into half moon. On the left leg now. Use the block if you want it. Squeeze your right leg up. Open your torso to the outside. Extend the right arm up. And then again, if you want some toppings, grab the back of the right foot. Open up your quadricep. Open up the hip flexors with a dancer bind. And now whatever position you're in, pivot to dancer, squaring your hips forward. Push down through your back foot into your hand. Lift your left arm up. And release. Back into a mountain pose. We are done with that and moving on. We're going to sit down into a squat from here. Take your feet about shoulder width distant, toes facing slightly out, chest nice and big, keep the spine straight. As you exhale, sit down into your squat, and we're going to hang out here. I want you to move around in circles with your knees. So we're going to move counterclockwise at first, shifting the weight toward the left, then over toward the right back, right front, toward the front, toward the left front, toward the left, left back. You get the idea. Just kind of going around like this for one more circle in this direction. And now switching sides, going clockwise. So shifting to the left, now toward the center, now toward the right, now toward the back. And we're working on ankle mobility here. So you might feel the fronts of your ankles working. Maybe your heels want to come off the ground here. So this is going to help with improving your squats and also just strengthening your ankles overall. From here, back into a plank. Plant your hands, step or jump back into a plank. Keep your shoulders over your hands. And then from here, without a chaturanga, without a push-up, pull your body forward, flip over the tops of your feet, and take it into an up dog. Tighten the abs, squeeze your legs together, just tighten your thighs, look forward, press the top of your head up, and then look slightly up, and then shift to a down dog. Squeezing your thighs and your abs toward one another. Really focusing on that ab engagement. Bending your knees as much as you need to keep your back straight. And then again, back to plank. Inhaling to up dog. Holding here for one breath. And back to down dog. One breath here. Back to plank. Inhale to up dog. One breath here. Full breath here. Back to down dog. Exhale. Back to plank. Last up dog. Inhale. And back to down dog. Straighten out the back, tighten the abs, bend your knees, stretch your hamstrings. And then take it into a forearm plank. Plant your forearms parallel to one another. Bring your hips level with your shoulders. And now bring your right heel in toward your butt. Press your heel up and back, up, back, and over 5 times. So a forearm plank with donkey kick. So just targeting your glutes again. Different challenge for your core. And then switching sides straight into your left. Left heel in toward your butt. Press it up and over. Squeeze your heel in. 5 total. All right, and then take it down onto the ground. Whew, this is fun. And we're gonna do some Superman. So bring your arms straight out in front of you. Squeeze your arms up, lift your legs up, point your toes, and now lift your chest away from the ground. You are Superman. Press your legs back, lift your thighs, keep the abs tight to protect your back. Look slightly forward, or maybe a little bit more forward and up. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Forehead on the ground, arms relaxed down. One more big back bend, and that'll be the last back bend. Bring your heels in toward your butt. Grab the outsides of your ankles or your feet, whatever you can reach, whatever you prefer. Squeeze your knees toward one another. Bring your shoulders down and back. Pull your shoulder blades in. Big breath in. And exhale, push your feet into your hands. Lift your chest up. Keep the thighs in. Keep the shoulders down. Push your head up and away from your shoulders. Keep pushing back through your legs. Weight's going to go kind of forward into your pubic bone. Last 10 seconds. You're exhaling to go higher. Last 5. And release down. Woo! Flat onto your chest. Take one breath here. All right. Option to go into a down dog, and then to jump to a squat, and then to roll onto your back. Or you can just say screw that and roll onto your back. All right, little break for your back here. We're getting near the end. Bring your arms along your sides or straight out to the sides. Bring your knees over your hips. And now bring your left leg straight up in the air. Bring your right leg straight forward, hover about 6 inches. And we're just going to alternate legs. So now right leg up and left leg down. Left leg up, right leg down. And we're just going to go back and forth between these positions. So focusing on your core, giving your back a little break. And if your back ever hurts, it's a good idea to do core strengthening. So instead of stretching your back, which is what most people tend to do, and which makes sense, it's actually better to exercise your core with one of these exercises similar to this to relieve back pain. All right, from here, interlace your fingers behind your neck, lift your chest off the ground, shoulders off the ground. Bring your right toes forward, bring your left knee in toward your left shoulder, and twist toward the left. Twist toward the right. Twist toward the left. So supine bicycle. Back to the right. Back toward the left. And toward the right. Last one. Take it back to the middle. Little break. Pull your knees in toward your chest. And then sit up into a seated position. This is the last little bit, guys. Boat pose. Lift your knees off the ground. Use your knees to lift your legs, lift your chest, and now bring your shins parallel to the ground. Keep your chest upright, keep your back flat. Bring your hands in front of your sternum, and you're just going to twist from side to side in this upright position. Exhaling to the outside. Inhaling to the middle. So working on your core, getting that last little burnout. One more to each side. And now last little burnout. 30 seconds here. Lift your knees, bring your arms forward, lift your sternum up. You really use your core here. You might be feeling this in your back because your core is tired. That's okay. To really challenge yourself, if you have any gas left in the tank, extend your legs up. 15 seconds to go. Keep that weight centered on your sit bones. Keep your spine straight. Lift up your sternum. Lift your knees higher. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh boy. And release down onto your back. All right. One little back bend to counter that. Take it into a bridge. That's option 1. So plant the feet. And you can hang out in bridge if you want. Or option to go into reverse tabletop. Reverse tabletop. You're going to plant your hands just like you would for a plank, except behind you. Index fingers forward, thumbs facing in. Pull your shoulder blades together, open up the chest. Plant your feet. Squeeze your heels toward your butt. Drive down through your feet. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your hamstrings. Keep the thighs parallel to one another. And come into this reverse tabletop position. So this is just a really nice counter to a seated position. Lots of hip opening going on here. Lots of core strengthening, lots of spine strengthening. Just take 2 breaths here, or keep on hanging out in your bridge. Look straight up at the ceiling. And by now you should know that when I say 2 breaths, I mean 30 seconds or so. And release down. All right. Wow. That was a lot. So we're going to do one restorative stretch here. Take it into a pigeon. Right leg first. Turn the left kneecap to face down. Squeeze your left thigh and the hip in. Pull your torso forward. Externally rotate the right hip. So try to get that inner right thigh to face up, the outer right thigh to face down, and feeling this stretch through your right buttock. Keep your spine straight. So if you want, you can arch your back. If you're going to be doing a lot more sitting and it doesn't feel that bad to arch your back right now, do that. Otherwise, if you're feeling really tired in your erector spinae, those muscles on either side of your spine, come into a more neutral position with your back. And if you want a little bit more of a stretch here, squeeze your left heel in toward your butt, reach back, grab that heel and pull it in. So this is going to add a bit more of a hip flexor and a quadricep stretch to this. It also does increase the stretch in your right hip. Just 2 more breaths. And then slowly release that leg if you have the bind. Otherwise, just switch sides. Going into the left leg forward now with your right leg back. Again, top of your right leg faces the ground, so the kneecap is down. Hug your right thigh in toward the middle. So squeeze your foot, squeeze your knee, squeeze your thigh in. Try to get that inner left thigh to face up. If you want to increase the intensity of the stretch, you can make your shin closer to parallel to the top of the mat. And if you feel knee tension here, then do the opposite. Bend your knee more. Make a more acute angle with your knee. At first, it might be hard to get the weight into your hips, so you're going to put the weight more into your hands. As you progress, try and get the weight into your hips. Right? So you're not really using your upper body here, and that's going to make this stretch more focused on the glutes, or a more intense stretch than it already is. If you want to get that bind here, reach back, pull your right heel in, grab the back of your right leg, or the ankle, or the toes, or whatever you can grab here, and hold. Last breath. and release. All right. How long was that? 103. All right, guys, so there's a 60-minute workout for you.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this workout. If you want more, I've got a lot of these really good 10-minute practices. They're really intense, made for an intermediate workout. They're part of my 10-minute strong series. Go ahead and click above my shoulder here. You can check out the first one for free. Hope you guys are enjoying this channel. Be sure to subscribe for more. Like the video if you found it helpful. I'll see you guys in the next video.